How do you sound natural when giving a presentation? Or in other words, how do you sound more like a native English speaker? That's the question that I received from Tunrod. Sorry if I got your name wrong, but this is the question you had, and it's a really good question because I think I know exactly why you're asking it. You're asking it because when you give a presentation, you're memorizing a presentation script, which is absolutely fine. However, most people cannot memorize a script in a natural way because it's usually written in an unnatural way, in a way that a native English speaker would probably not really speak. So that's the big issue here, is that the script itself is the problem. It's not so much that your intonation is an issue, it's probably the script. Now, is this a really bad thing? Not necessarily, because let's say, for example, all of your audience members are also non-native English speakers. You don't have to sound like a native English speaker if your audience doesn't really care or doesn't really know that you're not sounding like a native English speaker, because they also are in the same boat as you. The other scenario where this is not so important is probably at an international type of event where everyone else is from all over the world as well. There may only be a few native English speakers in the audience, and even then, they're probably used to people not really sounding like native English speakers. However, that doesn't solve the problem of your presentation not sounding natural. So here are 3 things you can do to make your presentation sound a lot more natural, and when you do have to memorize it, it'll come out sounding a lot better. First thing to do is to use more natural and simple vocabulary. What I mean is, try to use words that are not so complicated or technical or difficult. Anyway, try to use words that a 10-year-old could understand. So write your sentences, write your words very, very carefully so that they're not too difficult. They'll also be a lot easier when you're actually saying them because it'll sound more natural when you use simple words. The second thing to do is to go to hemingwayapp.com. This is a proofreading service or proofreading site. It'll help determine whether your sentences are too long, using too difficult words, or just full of grammar or errors that could make it difficult for you to read your presentation in a natural way. So it won't fix anything for you, but it will point out where things are kind of wrong. Then you can go ahead and fix those little things to make your speech or make whatever you're writing sound a lot more natural. The third and final thing to do is to prepare a lot earlier. Give yourself ample time to prepare your presentation, because a lot of times what happens is a presentation doesn't sound as natural because you probably didn't spend enough time getting it ready. So you kind of fall back on maybe old habits of writing it in an unnatural way. You'll also need that extra time to memorize your presentation because it's in English, it's not your native language. So give yourself enough time to not only prepare, but to also practice so that you'll come across sounding a lot more natural and hopefully maybe not exactly like a native English speaker, but at least a lot more confident and comfortable when delivering your presentation. Thanks for watching, hope you enjoyed that. Let me know if you have any questions or comments, and be sure to like and subscribe. Thanks, talk to you again soon. Bye-bye.